It's the early 1800s. You're a farmer, struggling just to make ends meet. One day, you hear rumors of a place where gold nuggets lie scattered on the ground, just waiting to be picked up. Can you imagine the excitement, the hope, the desperation to get there? This was the promise of the gold rushes, a promise that turned ordinary people into adventurers, risk-takers, and dreamers. But the gold rushes were more than just glitter and wealth. They were tales of ambition, hardship, and the shaping of entire nations. Today, we dive into this legendary era that captured the world's imagination. The year is 1848. In the sleepy foothills of California, a man named James W. Marshall stumbles upon a glimmer in the American River. It was small, shiny, and unmistakably gold. This discovery sparked what we now know as the California Gold Rush, a frenzy so intense that it sent ripples around the world. People flooded into California, abandoning their homes and lives in search of riches. It wasn't limited to the United States. Australia, Canada, and South Africa experienced their own gold rushes, each one drawing hopefuls from all over the world. It was like a chain reaction, a single spark that set whole continents ablaze with dreams of fortune. Imagine what it would take to join a gold rush in the 1800s. No airplanes, no GPS, and barely any infrastructure. Thousands traveled by ship, wagon, and on foot, facing extreme weather, disease, and grueling conditions just to reach the gold fields. Some crossed thousands of miles, only to find themselves digging in the dirt beside others who had given up everything just like them. For many, the journey was one of endurance. They faced swamps, deserts, freezing mountain passes, and sometimes, even death. Many didn't make it, but those who did, they were forever changed by the ordeal. Wherever gold was found, towns sprang up almost overnight. These boomtowns were places of excitement, and often, chaos. Saloons, gambling halls, and trading posts appeared, drawing in not just miners but gamblers, entertainers, and, yes, even criminals. Boomtowns like San Francisco became melting pots of people from all backgrounds: Americans, Chinese immigrants, Europeans, indigenous peoples, all seeking something in the rugged frontier. These places were thrilling but dangerous. Law was scarce, and violence was common. Many prospectors found themselves the targets of thieves and swindlers, and disputes over claims could even turn deadly. Here's the truth about the gold rushes: not everyone struck it rich. In fact, most people didn't. For every lucky prospector who found a vein of gold, hundreds more found only broken dreams. They spent years digging, panning, and scraping the earth only to come up empty-handed. Some miners, in a cruel twist, ended up poorer than when they started. Others turned to side businesses, like running stores, blacksmith shops, or inns to serve the miners. Ironically, these were often the people who found real wealth, not from gold itself, but from supporting those who were chasing it. The gold rushes did more than just create fortunes and empty pockets, they reshaped entire nations. California, for example, went from a quiet frontier to a booming economic powerhouse, rapidly growing into a state and setting off waves of migration westward. Similarly, Australia's gold rushes helped transform the colony into a thriving, multicultural society. Railways, towns, and entire industries sprung up as a result of the gold rushes. They spurred infrastructure, drew immigrants from around the globe, and led to the rise of new industries. In many ways, the gold rushes helped build the modern economies and diverse cultures we know today. But, as with many stories of ambition and progress, there was also a darker side. Native populations, who had lived on the land for centuries, were often displaced, their lands taken over by miners and prospectors. The environment suffered too, forests were cleared, rivers polluted, and ecosystems damaged beyond repair. The rush for gold left scars that we still see today. The gold rushes may be a chapter of the past, but their impact lives on. They were more than just a quest for gold, they were a quest for opportunity, for freedom, and for reinvention. People from all walks of life took part, and their stories remind us of the human drive to seek, to hope, and to endure. So, the next time you hear a story of someone searching for their fortune, remember the gold rushes. Remember the dreams, the dangers, and the legacy left behind. Because sometimes, the search for gold is really just a search for something more. Something that glitters, but isn't always gold. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this journey through history, hit the like button, subscribe for more, and let us know in the comments, what would you do if you found a gold nugget today?